Morning, and now we are back to normal programming. Silicone leaks, tie wraps, Jubilee clamps. Now, why do I keep coming back to these issues all the time? It's because of the understanding that I have about these machines, about these cars, that the biggest problems, the most complicated issues with cars mostly start with a leak. And there are several fluids that could be leaking in a car that you have to be aware of. Oil, coolant, vacuum, and air. Those are the four main fluids in a car, and oil will encompass all types of oils, the lubricants, the gearbox oils. So I summarize them as oils. And the other one should be air, coolant, and vacuum. I have an old Passat here, and for those people who think that you can't run down Germans, I'm going to show you a Passat that interesting things have been done to. So this car stalled, and the customer had to tow it to the shop. The engine was dying, the gearbox was misbehaving, it has had coolant issues, sometimes it overheats in traffic, and all these sound like complicated issues, but I can assure you these were issues that were very easy to fix before they deteriorated, because all these issues start with a leak. Look at this car from beneath. Everything is leaking. The sump is leaking. The turbo return line is leaking and has been fixed with, of course you guessed it, silicone. Still leaking? Yes. The sump is leaking, has been fixed with a lot of silicone. The gearbox sump is leaking. Again, you can see a lot of silicone used to fix it. But does it solve the problem? It doesn't solve the problem. Now that is just the oils leaking. If we check the drive shafts, this is the drive shaft. Look at that play in the drive shaft. That means the CV joint and the cross bearing, those things are gone. And how does it start? It always starts with a leak. Something that was fixed with a tie wrap, and then the leak never stopped, and the CV joint died. Now if you look at the cross bearing inside there, or the inner CV joint, you can see it was fixed with this tie wrap. The tie wrap broke, everything leaked out, and now the joint is gone. Same case with the other side. Now this is the other side, and you can see that they play in the shaft. Again, joints, CV joints, cross bearings, dead. A similar leak from the gearbox, and you can see the fix that was done, and the leaking never stopped. Coolant leaks, and you can see how they were fixed. This is how coolant leaks have been fixed using silicone. And it's not a surprise that this car is having all sorts of engine, gearbox, cooling issues, oil pressure issues, all that leakage from the turbo area. And this is why I keep coming back to these leakages. That is why I keep coming back to this silicone, keep coming back to the tie wraps, I keep coming back to the shortcuts, because the biggest problems start with small issues, small leakages, losing coolant, losing boost, losing vacuum, losing oil pressure, losing a little bit of grease from the boots, losing a little bit of oil through the shaft seals. That's how all the major issues begin before they become catastrophic to loss of parts, loss of components, dead cars. They always start with small things, leaks.